Hello, this is Tom, and I'm Chris. We're
Hello.
those film guys. We're starting up a new film review channel. So check the channel out for more reviews and individual reviews and things like that.
So our first review opus is the latest film by Ridley Scott, Prometheus.
Prometheus, yes. And we will get into spoiler territory, so first of all we'll give our general brief overview of the film and if we liked it or didn't like it or hated it and stuff like that. So what were your... and then we'll get into spoilers, of course, and if you don't want to listen to or have the film spoiled for you, then after would be a good time to leave us. What were your initial thoughts, Chris?
Going into this film?
Yes.
Well, I know it's sensitive issue, but I don't know whether it was meant to be a prequel or a spin-off to the Alien franchise. I've heard a lot of people saying it was either, but I have never seen Alien or Aliens before. I'm familiar with certain parts, so I was going into this with no knowledge of the previous franchise.
Right.
But from the trailers, I thought it looked like a really dark, gritty return to form for classic sci-fi. So I was excited for it. I thought the trailers made it look amazing. But
yeah, I also think the trailers did have that sort of Inception sort of feel to most of the trailer with the wah.
Oh yeah,
sort of
yes.
stuff.
I think every action film has to have that classic Inception sound now.
Yeah. I don't know. I went into that cinema thinking, right, okay, this could be a return to form for Scott because he has made. Yeah, I'm a massive Ridley Scott fan, but I will be the first to say he has made some duds over the years, like Robin Hood, the most recent dud, G.I. Jane, A Good Year, Kingdom of Heaven could be viewed as a dud.
I like Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah.
I have the director's cut of that film. I think that's a great film, to be honest.
I like it, but it can also be viewed as one of his best. But going into this, I thought, right, okay, I might get a return to form. Like, I might get another Alien, or I might get another Blade Runner. That sort of dark, science fiction, noir sort of feel to it.
The trailer did have a lot of mystery to it, which was intriguing. Like, most trailers now seem to give a lot away, but Prometheus was shrouded in this. Ooh, what is Prometheus?
Yeah. I liked it for the most part. It's still not sort of up there with most of his great works like Gladiator and Blade Runner and Alien, but I liked it. I did think it was a passable film with some good ideas, but then a lot of things that were wrong with it. But
now, I did not like it. My mind's a bit vague on it, because I saw this a week ago and you saw this yesterday? 2 days ago?
A couple of days ago.
Yeah. But I did not like this film. And the reason I didn't like it was because, as you said, it had some interesting ideas, but none of them were developed. It was like, oh, we're going to pose you all these questions for sequels, and...
Yeah.
I felt a bit cheated by the end. I thought we were going to get at least some answers. I thought the characters, for the most part, were quite bland.
See, I think...
With the exception of Michael Fassbender as David, the android.
Oh, yes, he... I have to admit, he was probably the star of the show. Like, his character was well developed and clearly defined, and you could see he was sort of learning as he goes, and sort of that whole
any character that seemed to have any kind of journey or any investment the audience could have in him.
Yeah.
It was like this creation, and that humans had created him, and he was kind of like the proxy of the audience in that these, what were they called, engineers, the aliens, I think.
Yeah.
they created us, so he was kind of on the same journey, and he was the only one I kind of had any connection to.
Yeah, for the most part, I did think his scenes, the scenes with him, were the best scenes in the film, and I liked Noomi Rapace in it.
I did not.
Sorry. You know, there is a questionable plot hole, including her and a bit of machinery, which we'll get into later on.
You're going with that, yeah.
Yeah. But I thought she did quite a good job with it.
In terms of acting, none of the some of them chewed scenery quite a lot, but none of the actors were particularly bad. It's just that I think they were written poorly, with the exception of David. I just think they're just very forgettable. Like, none of the characters, apart from David and maybe Wayland, I don't know their character names. I have to call them by their actors' names.
Yeah.
I don't spend any time with them. It's just... Yeah.
I mean, one of the other guys I liked, which was Idris Elba's character.
Elba was amazing in this film.
He sort of had the very, you know, because he sort of was the guy who said, no, you lot can go and sort of get yourselves killed. I'm staying in the ship and doing my own thing. Charlize Theron was okay in it. I think she didn't really do much, and also you gotta know that you do not hire Guy Pearce just to appear in viral videos. You don't.
Yeah, I thought that would actually have been a better introduction to the film. Just not that short. It was quite short. I think it was like 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes.
And he's giving that speech to the public of like, linking with Greek mythology, the myth of Prometheus and everything.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been a really cool intro, but instead, we'll get into him later, but I think he was kind of wasted. He didn't have much to do. Yeah,
I mean, you people who see that, you don't, like... Okay, so we both, you didn't like it, and I really want to quickly get into...
Like, things without spoilers, I'd say, if you like, the visuals are good in it, if you like CGI epics, this is probably one of the best in recent times for the best CGI.
It does look fantastic, you got to admit.
It's a well shot film in terms of its scope and the imagery.
Yeah.
But where it falls apart is the story and the characters, and I'm sorry, but they're the main things for me in the film.
Yeah, you can look at visuals and stuff, but unless it has substance, you can't. Like, you can. I mean, looking at a painting, you think that that's nice, but what does it mean?
What it feels like a part one of a much bigger story. They've held back all these answers in hopes of getting more sequels, and I'm not sure whether I'm down for that. But that's my thing without spoilers before we get into it. So, okay. What are your thoughts without spoilers?
My thoughts without spoilers. See it. I liked it. I mean, it has some problems with ideas and sort of the thematic material within the film, but I enjoyed watching it. I mean, it sort of seemed like it was a return to sort of science fiction of the past, like not very action orientated until the end, but then again, it also, I don't know, I can't really explain how I felt about it. I liked it, but then I also thought there were problems with it, like a lot of problems. But I can applaud it on what it was trying to do and its idea and the ideas behind it, even though some of them didn't necessarily work.
A lot didn't work.
I can still applaud what they're trying to, because I mean, you get loads of science fiction films like, I mean, and blockbusters nowadays have no ideas and have no substance, but this at least this tried to involve audiences and tried to involve me in the film, even though it did it not very well. I would have hated to have gone in watch Transformers 4 and come out thinking I've become stupider by having seen it. I felt like I was at least getting a little bit engaged and having a little bit of thought-provoking material.
I felt that this thought-provoking material was kind of a facade. I thought the film felt much smarter than it actually was. That's my opinion, but yeah.
Okay.
Right.